All right, guys, after skipping the spring box, I'm back with the Nomadic quarterly box for summer 2024. So this thing just came in and there's no spoilers for this out there anywhere right now. So let's open this thing up and see what we got. What's up, guys? Eric here from At Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Nomadic quarterly box. Nomadic has some monthly boxes and quarterly ones. Pretty interesting stuff that's focused almost exclusively on like camping and outdoor stuff. So pretty curious about this. They announce their themes in advance normally where you kind of know what you're getting. But I signed up for this before I knew what this theme was and still haven't seen any spoilers for it. It came a little bit early, so I'm excited about that. If you want to get this sub for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description. Let's open this up. Nomadic, I still feel like is known most for like their monthly boxes, which come, they're pretty affordable. It can be as cheap as about 30 bucks and get about $50 worth of gear. But this quarterly sub can be pretty interesting. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what we have here. All right, seeing some good stuff, things that I know and love well, actually. So here we go, the Summer Basecamp box. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unload all this stuff and then we'll take a look at it together. Here we go. All right, so we got everything unloaded. Let's take a look at the little guide here. So Summer Basecamp is the theme. And you see the list of items here. We got 7 things, our typical nomadic tips and a challenge there. Some stuff there if you want to get the brand discounts, you can cheat and copy this code if you want. But yeah, several of these items are some personal favorites. I'm excited to see this stuff. Right off the bat, we'll start with one of my big favorites, which is a grail. If you're the kind of person that goes like hiking or does any sort of really outdoor camping at all, where you're remotely away from, I guess, like the niceties of modern life and stuff, I think this is the best water filter system out there, period. Now, like basically the only limit on it is to me maybe the price and the fact that this filter only does like, I don't know, 300 total presses over time. Here, I'll take this out and explain real quick. So if you follow the space at all, you know there's no shortage of ways to filter water and stuff. But Grail, I think, probably has the simplest approach to it. Now, normally you'll get like a water bottle or like a collapsible bladder where you can attach maybe like a Sawyer filter, that sort of thing to it. And those are great. They just require a little bit of extra work and stuff. But what makes these so cool is you have this simple 2-piece system. So you throw this into a creek or a waterfall or basically whatever you want. Try to get not all that scummy. If you're getting really scummy water, you can strain it with a t-shirt or something first. But put it in here and simply press this down into it. So if you have the cap off or just kind of loose on there, you want to loosen it up. But over about 10 seconds as you press, it'll force that water up through all these different membranes and everything. And not only is this a purifier, but it's a complete filter that gets rid of all that stuff. I've got like a rundown on the back here. But it removes viruses, bacteria, protozoa, particulates, chemicals, heavy metals. So in the United States, typically just like a filter is good enough, but sometimes overseas you really need to make sure you're filtering out viruses and stuff as well. So as far as a water filter system goes, these are my absolute favorite. I even keep these in my backpack like traveling now. So sometimes just water from different places can just mess with your stomach. So even just going to different states where I'm just unsure how nice the tap water is, this is a great system. So awesome product, not a cheap product. I think these retail for about 90 bucks. So we're off to a pretty good start here. So that's a cool one. Grails are awesome. Let's keep going. So we have from Flextail a Zero mattress. We got an ultralight inflatable sleeping bag. Okay, interesting. I'm familiar with Flextail because of like their tiny little pumps, but not familiar with this mattress. Maybe it's got a picture of it because probably not gonna be able to unfold it and do all that here on camera. It's the Zero mattress. I wonder if we have like R values or anything at all in this. Let's see. Okay, we do have some stuff here. So it's blue, it's got a repair pouch, it weighs 585 grams, which I can't do the quick math in my head there. But the Flextail stuff that I've seen so far, especially like the pump and everything, I really like that. And if you're a tent camper, you use sleeping bags and stuff, and you haven't like upgraded to a nice inflatable pad. I know everybody used to like travel with the Thermarest years ago, where you get like a half-inch little bit of padding. But having these inflatable pads is typically pretty nice. So the valves look good and everything. Can't tell much about the baffling or construction on this, so I'll have to do some further research after that. But cool, that is definitely something. You're having some summer adventures. You're probably going to be camping or somewhere, even if you're laying in the back of the truck bed, stargazing at night or something, having a pad like this is pretty great. So cool. 2 for 2, going good so far. We also have from Primus an Essential Trail backpacking stove. So I'm familiar with Primus. I'm not familiar with this stove right off the top of my head, but just having a stove in general is very, very helpful. If you're into cooking at all, out in the backcountry, even just making coffee and that sort of thing, having a nice stove set up is something you definitely want. So let's see if we can slide this out and take a little peek. All right, so it looks like we have kind of an all-in-one system, not necessarily one. I know like a lot of backpackers want to take these where they fold up really, really compact and are typically a little light. This is by no means heavy, but as far as like ultralight backpacking terms go, this is probably a little bit heavier than they would typically take. So it said it fits inside a Trek pot and stuff as well. You don't have a lighter, like sometimes you'll have like a little piezoelectric lighter built into these things, but you do have your little gas valve here that you just twist and turn to let the gas out. But I can tell you this thing, just from the construction, will be nice and sturdy, whether you're putting a pot on it or a coffee cup or whatever else, or like even a little skillet or that sort of thing. So not a bad stove there. I'm gonna have to research this one a little bit more. Don't know a ton about it. It is 4 ounces. It says it can boil water in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 8,600 BTU. Cool, okay. So 3 awesome items here. Let's see, we've got a Nomadic's bandana towel here. So I've gotten one of these. Oh, you always get the Nomadic sticker, by the way. I've gotten one of these, I feel like in a subscription ages ago. They're fairly nice. They weigh nothing. That's the nice part. 2 ounces, 4-to-1 its weight in water, so you can soak up some stuff and it dries really, really quick, which is nice too. It kind of has this cool pattern on it and everything. I'm gonna leave it all folded up actually so I can throw it right into my camp gear box, but a little bit sturdier than you'd think. You probably just look at this and think it's like a typical microfiber towel and stuff, and it's not. It's a little bit nicer than that, definitely softer than that. This material is pretty nice though. So Nomadics, not to be confused with Nomadic itself, which is a very, very close as far as branding goes for the subscription, but almost 2 feet by 2 feet, a good sized bandana, UPF 50. So very handy to have. Now this is the other item. Like I said, there's some absolute bangers in this one, having a sleeping pad and a grill and everything, but a classic Mora knife. As far as trying to find an inexpensive, high quality fixed blade that you can use for all sorts of bushcraft stuff and shenanigans, nothing is quite as well regarded as the Mora knife is. Made in Sweden, which is nice here, but check these out. Stainless steel, just a pleasure to use, really grippy handle and everything. Not an overly expensive item, but man, just messing around the fire pit or whatever else. A great starter knife that a lot of people just never feel the need to progress past, but these are really, really handy. You got a nice sheath here with a belt clip and stuff. It even has a little drain hole in the bottom too, so if somehow you get water in that thing, it's just gonna drain right out. But love having these. These things have such a good reputation in the camping community for good reason. They're just great, reliable little knives. So love seeing a Mora in this. Let's see, we've got the Unemployed Philosopher's Guild, a little camping notebook. This is kind of your little, what I'd call it like a little cheapo value add thing here. But let's take a quick peek at this. All right, so kind of like a little trail notes kind of notebook there. And it's kind of pre-filled out with some things like weather, terrain, observations, little sketch areas and stuff. You got some footprints. Honestly, when I look at this sort of thing, I think it's something that my kids would love. I think it's something they enjoy. So again, not the biggest ticket item in this box, but something that's like a little fun value add. And then last but not least, seems to always be a snack in these from Wilderness Athlete. This is the Hero electrolyte drink. Basically, like a Gatorade type thing in a pouch. It is very light, so you can throw it in, and then once you get water with your grill, if you need something a little bit extra, you can throw it into these. So just add water and shake, and you're good to go. So they got electrolytes, clarity, stamina. I don't know if it's got BCAAs and all that stuff. Low sugar. It does have a little bit of caffeine, so that's cool. Just glancing at it, I'm trying to get the sugars in it. Yeah, total sugars is 5 grams of sugar for this whole thing. So tropical strawberry, that'll taste good. But just a little treat when you're out on the trail. So there you go. So that is the summer box from Nomadic. Some of my favorite things in here. Again, these aren't like giant, like take up space style items, but things you'll actually use. The grill, the ultra press, just about as good as it gets as far as an outdoor tool. This is one of those things that's like a game changer. Once you have one of these, unless you're like way into ultralight stuff, or for some reason even this whole thing's too heavy, I just can't get enough of these things. These are awesome, awesome tools. We got a mattress here, we got a bandana, we got a Mora knife, we got a camping stove, we got some electrolyte drinks and a journal. Pretty cool. So again, if you want to get into any of this Nomadic stuff, you can follow the link in the screen and down in the description. If you're into like camping, backpacking, outdoor type stuff, maybe not like the survival side of things, although they did have like an emergency preparedness box. I think that was the last one we recovered on this channel, but typically more of like camping and glamping fun angle type subscription. These are pretty great, definitely worth your time. All right, so that's it for this unboxing. As always, if you dug this video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this down the line. I'll see you guys next time.